Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today we're going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's take a look at what these tea leaves have to say today. All right, and as I record this, it is Halloween. And it's going to be a little late, but happy Halloween to you. Okay, and our card today is the Queen of Discs, one of my favorite, being a Virgo and all. No, not the Queen of Discs. I'm sorry. The Princess of Discs. Even better. Lots of earth energy. Absolutely pregnant with life. Okay. Creativity, the motivation, the urge to what? Create. And that's always a most welcome energy. Definitely. Okay. So let's take a look here. I want to start with, we have a person. You can see the body here, kind of almost as if they are on one knee. Okay, and they are holding out, and it looks like the triangle, which would be fire. Okay, the element symbol for fire. And so I feel in this emotional sector, there really is this impulse towards, again, creativity, putting in that, innate sexual, universal energy. This is the creative force. This is that that flame that alivens all things. Okay, the mover. And so I see you really are on a path towards maybe your next project. With this, I feel that it is almost kind of gifted to you, this opening, right? Not that the work is not, it of course is your own, but this is almost as if the muse has approached you, okay? And that spark of inspiration is there, that motivation is there, the will to, put the time, effort into whatever it is that you're doing, if this is work related, if this is a creative passion project or something within your spiritual work, or all of the above. But really, I think, there is an intense feeling, and I feel this because I look at we have we have two goats, right, procreating right here in the act, and with the goats, they are related to that devil or Capricorn archetype, and really moving outside of the constraints of other people's wishes, other people's interpretations, the constructs and conditionings that we all kind of suffer beneath to some degree. But when we see that devil archetype, we know that we are really cutting those binds, right? We're letting ourselves be who and what we want to be in any given moment. And I think really you're just letting go of people's expectations of you. And I think that's, that's so important in the creative process. I know, Leo, we talk a lot about the things that you are making, getting your work out there. Not unlike Capricorn, I talk a lot about career, business, making resources with Capricorn, but Leo is very much the same in my mind, except that there is much more of this individuality. There's a flair of with that fire element, very very alive within Leo. Just a fierce independence, fierce individuality, and the ability to kind of experience reality, the many realities and realms, and construct those into something meaningful for you. Okay, and I think that is something that is very central to your reason for going on, right? Your true will. And so whatever has been going on, the pressures to perform within your life, kind of the things that people want for you, that they expect of you, although you want to meet those, because these are people you probably love. These are friends, families, peers, colleagues, people that you care for, and you do care about what they think and how they feel and their well-being. But there's also almost kind of this oppositional thing that comes up within your core, right? You don't want to be told what to do. You don't need anybody's input about how to live your life or where you would like that to lead. You know. And so I feel that this is really going to be a period of, again, moving towards your own intuitive decision making. And I think that there is a great freedom in this. I think that you are trusting yourself, feeling confident in your abilities, and with this with this very how should I say, coupling of different aspects of being, of self, of variables and such. I really do think you are getting closer and closer to this divine union that really opens up into kind of a renaissance for whatever it is that inspires you. Okay, whatever that medium is, whatever that kind of work is, you are definitely getting there. Okay, so let's turn this. Let's see. We have a deer down here, a reindeer, one of my favorite large mammals. Not unlike the elk or the moose or even the ox or bison. These are, very sturdy beings. And when we see this as far as symbolism goes, this is not unlike the sacred deer, right? But this is I would say, more enduring energy. This is where there will be a resolve, okay? And this is in the emotional place. And I think that We look and it looks almost like somebody who is kind of reaching up. Oh, and it's moving. Somebody who is kind of almost, again, another person on their knees, but reaching up towards this reindeer. And I really feel like there is kind of a sense of, you know, almost, oh, excuse me, almost, I'm not going to say it's like begging, but really trying to reason. There's a sense of like wanting to reason with somebody, or somebody trying to reason with you, you reasoning with yourself. Really this sense of almost like trying to stay firm in your decision because you know. And I think this is kind of the strife that most artists or creatives go through in life at some point or another, you know, trying to be talked into, or even talking themselves into, a more conventional lifestyle or means of creating resources for themselves, where it is in conflict to their creative process, and trying to you know, maintain a resolve to continue to create, really live in their authentic, whatever that means, you know, your authentic will, your true will. And, you know, that can be difficult, and really, you know, I guess as much of a idealist, I suppose I am at times, and an absurdist, I am a practical person as well. You know, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance that goes on here, and you might know that if you've listened to my readings. But, you know, it's understandable. We have to be able to support ourselves. We have to pay our bills. You know, there needs to be some amount of consistency. And I think as you get older, you start to understand this as an artist, a creative person, somebody who, you know, is very involved in whatever your hobbies or passions are. You know, there has to almost be two lives, at least two. You know, the day job, the dreaded day job, and then the time to create, if we cannot find a way to merge those things, right? And so, you know, that is part of the plight, I think, and trying to figure out how to survive that, right? Not only physically, not only consciously, but really your soul, right? Your heart, soul, and mind, being able to survive how difficult it is to kind of fold yourself into that place of the working person. Okay. And you know, that just, you know, for better or worse, that's how the world is set up. And so, you know, I think that as you get into a place of really following, you know, your own intuition, figuring out how will you make this work, because everybody has ideas of how we should do it, right? What we should do, what we shouldn't do, where we should have gone to school, where we, you know, should apply our degrees, and you know, how we can make use of them or spend our time, what would be better, what would be easier, what would be more worthwhile, you know. And we can only live so long for other people and within other people's you know, constructs of reality. And so this is, again, and I think that we come to this kind of narrative a lot with you, Leo. And I do think you are much more productive. You are much more, I feel that you feel that life is much more meaningful when you are doing what you need to do, and that is live your truth, really. And, you know, and so it is. And so, you know, I don't, I don't have much advice about it, but only that in the readings that I see, that there have been cycles. And I know during the summer, I really did see there was a peak of real creative inspiration coming through, and success in some of your, excuse me, in some of your projects. Okay. And I'm going to take a drink. I'm sorry. I try to keep it away from the mic, but I am getting sick, I think. I believe so. And it is affecting my voice, unfortunately. But so I saw a lot of kind of triumph in some of these projects that were going on. Some of this work stuff that was happening. And you know, and I feel like you have not wavered from that so much as I think you get in your head about what you should be doing. And I think that's because they're outside influences. Okay. And I don't think this is a bad thing. We all need people to help keep us grounded. We all need people to speak a little bit of reality into our, you know, consciousness, because it's easy to kind of spiral a bit into these other realms of what we're doing. But we also must trust ourselves and, again, our process. That's what makes some artists great. That's what makes some business people great. Some people better at their jobs than others. Okay, so we have a heart. And I see we can see a little person here. Oh, I'll put her right back. Wearing maybe a dress or a robe, hair flowing. We have a flower here, okay? And it seems to be some kind of transitory place. I feel that it feels like a dreamy kind of in between. I really think that there will be a lot of use for you in daydreaming, meditative states, active imagination, watching your dreams. Okay, making sure that you are really actively trying to get into some of these places, really making use of your interior. Okay. I think that there is a lot there to kind of be harvested for your work. Okay. And I think that it's almost like it's calling out to you. And with the rose, you know, of course we think of, well, of course, but of secret things. Okay. The rose is a symbol, not always, sometimes, of the mysteries, the secret knowledge. Okay. And so where does that exist for most of us? Where are the universal secrets kind of hidden? Okay, throughout a lot of our waking life, sure. And there are a lot of books and systems and, you know, magical practices and so on, that we can, you know, kind of make use of to try to access these things. But there is also a very viable landscape within each of us. And this is why our dreams, this is why things like transcendental meditation, why active imagination, you know, just using writing exercises to create scenarios, ordeals, landscapes, whatever it is, characters, they're very telling, right? It's because we are drawing upon our internal resources that come from our internal in our internal landscapes, okay? And so finding a way to access these places, so important, right? And if you're a creative, you already know that, I'm sure. I'm just, you know. But I think that this is a really important time to focus on this, okay? And this is not unlike that Princess of Discs energy. I think of, kind of this gorgeous, fertile maiden, or pregnant maiden, pregnant with life, with the mysteries themselves, right? Kind of out in those woods, the wilderness, the unconscious, right? Out there foraging for those beautiful symbols, those beautiful archetypes, scenarios, the things that kind of are woven into all things, right? And that's where we go to find them. And this is so available to you and every person, really. It's just a matter of getting in there, getting into the habit, the routine of finding, well, first we have to, kind of figure out what works for us individually. How do we get in there, right? But then getting into the routine of making it part of our process of how we live, okay? Not just something we do once in a while, but something that we do often, every day if we can, and so I hope that you are able to. I hope that you're already doing it, and I'm just reiterating what you are already living, already knowing. And I'm so sorry it's gotten so loud. They're out there sweeping the leaves from the road, I suppose. All right, so we have the Dreamers deck. This is 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams, and this is from the I Know collection. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip through here, and I'm gonna stop where it feels right. I'm gonna turn this, and it says, I know that nothing bad lasts forever. Even when my emotions tell me otherwise, I am never stuck. Okay. Yeah. And we have to speak this into our the front of our mind sometimes. I know that I do. These kinds of affirmations are so important because it can feel like we're just in the muck for eternity, right? And that's not the reality of things. That's not really what it is, even if we are just kind of rambling along, kind of haunted by that beloved thing. It's always trying to get out of you, and you have a voice, you have ability to express those things, to make something and then destroy it and then make it again. And this is how we combat that feeling of stuckness, right? We continue to be a part of weaving the reality that is, okay? And I want you to know that I see you, I feel you, you are loved, you are so loved. Now it's just applying that courage that you have to do the thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you, thank you, thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it really helps the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. I read all of them and they mean so much to me. So we'll talk in a few days. I hope you all have a wonderful and safe set of holidays. I know there are quite a few going on these next few days. And yeah. All right. Bye-bye.